this girl started telling her story about how she had been prostituted 10 years ago when she was about 13 by her mother. Had been like, I guess, never really had any support system to deal with that issue, and just had, seems like, horrible PTSD, and they call psychogenic seizures. And so that was like really tough for me because it was 10 years later, and I think she'd, you know, just been like betrayed by her mother and her community, and just like she had nowhere to go, and I think that just like really stuck out in my head. And then the other one was someone who I knew down there personally, and she came up to me one day and she's like, well, you're going to be a doctor, right, someday? And I was like, yeah. I was like thinking in my head, well, I'm nowhere really close to being a doctor right now. I probably don't know as much as you think I know. And she started telling me about how she had been raped by her teacher in 5th grade, and how she had just became suicidal and depressed, and just that she had to go like 5 hours away to see a psychiatrist. And that just like really was really tough for me to think about, that it was by her teacher. She didn't have any support from her community, was basically isolated, and didn't have what she needed to be granted the life that she should be entitled to. And you know, she was a very, very bright girl, and very, very motivated and stuff, but just I think I talked to her about going to the psychiatrist, and that even though she had to be away for like 2 weeks, that they would help her, and you know, what happened to her wasn't right. And but for a lot of it, I just sat there and listened. I think that meant a lot to her. I hope it meant a lot to her that I would just be there to listen and tell her that I would pray for her. And you know, I think that's sometimes all you can do.